Welcome to graphing. We'll start by talking about some terms. The rectangular coordinate system or the XY coordinate system, they're both talking about the same thing. They consist of a two-dimensional space that we use for graphing. They consist of two number lines, one horizontal and one vertical, that intersect at their 0 points. So the horizontal line is called the x-axis. And it's numbered. The positive numbers over here, the negative numbers on the left side, just like a regular number line. The vertical axis is called the y-axis. And it's like a number line turned on its side. There's 0. The positive numbers go up. The negative numbers go down. The origin is the point in the center, 0, 0. The quadrants. The graph is split into 4 equal parts called the quadrants. We start over here with quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3, and quadrant 4. Roman numerals are used to show which quadrant is which. An ordered pair is a way of showing a location of a point on a graph. Ordered pairs have parentheses around them with two numbers separated by commas. The first number is called the x-coordinate. That's the x location on a graph. The second number is the y-coordinate. That's the y location on a graph. We'll talk about that more in a minute. So let's graph these ordered pairs. Or another way to say this would be plot these points. Okay. Let's look at the first one. -2, 4. We'll name this point point A. The first number is the x-coordinate. The second number is the y-coordinate. When I'm doing this, I think like Battleship. Have you ever played Battleship with your kids? Or when you were a kid, you find one number on the horizontal axis and the other number on the vertical axis and find where they meet. So here we go to our x-axis and find -2, and our y-axis and find 4, and then find where those two meet. There's point A. Let's find point B. Well, first let's name point B as the point 4, -2. So 4 is the x-coordinate, -2 is the y-coordinate. So you find 4 on the x-axis and -2 on the y-axis and find where those meet. So it's an intersection point, really, of the 4 and the -2. There's point B. Let's label our third point, point C. So on the x-axis, we have an x location of 0 and a y location of -3, which brings us right here. That's point C. Notice that when the x-coordinate is 0, we're actually on the y-axis. I sometimes have students memorize that for a test, because that's one that a lot of people will get wrong. Sometimes they'll put the point over here, which it isn't. Okay, let's do the last one. We'll name that point D. So the x-coordinate is 4, the y-coordinate is 0. So the x-coordinate is 4, the y-coordinate or y location is 0. So it's flat. It has no vertical movement, so it's right there on the x-axis. That's point D. Again, when the y-coordinate is 0, the point is on the x-axis. I sometimes memorize that. Now we're going to do the plotting points practice activity. You can watch this in the video, and then if you want to stop the video and do the practice, it is a link under D2L for you. Let's do this activity. I'm supposed to drag these points until they correspond with the coordinates. So the red one, point A, is supposed to be 9, negative 6. So 9 on the x-axis and negative 6 on the y. When I get it in the right spot, it'll tell me A is correct. Next one, B, x equals 0, y equals 8. Remember, when the x-coordinate is 0, it's actually on the y-axis. So that has an x-coordinate of 0, y-coordinate of 8. Tells me B is correct. Notice if I put it up the wrong place, it will not give me B is correct. So that tells me when I get it correct. Okay. 0, negative 3. That means the x-coordinate is 0, the y-coordinate is negative 3. Since the x-coordinate is 0, it's going to be on the y-axis. And then 3, 1. So x equals 3, y equals 1, the intersection of those two places, D is correct. To get new points to practice with, you just slide it over. Now you'll get different points. Negative 8, negative 8 will be over here. You can't see me. 0, 9. So x is 0, y is 9. C. X is negative 8, y is negative 6. So notice, x is negative 8, y is negative 6. There's the intersection. Negative 3, 7. X is negative 3, y is 7. There we go. Feel free to practice and play around more with this practice activity.